Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Friday pre-flight. If you've noticed, I am in a different position. I'm standing up. I've decided to do the show standing up today. So the camera's going to follow me. I'm going to have to adjust the microphone just to get it close. And we'll get through the show. Let me tell you, I'm pretty excited, to be honest with you. There are some stories to cover today, some of which we kind of covered over on Midnight's Edge in the morning, but there's some other things out there in the world, plus some stuff we can talk about from last weekend if you want to venture down the San Diego Comic-Con route. Kind of that was my original thought for the show, but we did get some news, and there are some really interesting things to report on that I don't think get enough attention. I'm always going to argue with people that are shilling the box office when it shouldn't be shilled. It shouldn't be celebrated when it definitely isn't a profitable venture. And there are a lot of films now being made that aren't going to be profitable ventures. We've got at least 2 more years, maybe longer, where you're going to see films that are complete garbage being released on the regular. I'm afraid that that's just going to be the truth. We're going to see a lot of hot garbage. And I think that the fans are going to be the ones that benefit the most from the fact that it'll be really easy to call it out early and avoid, which means that there will be financial ramifications for this the stuff that's happening. But I do want to say hi to each and one of you, every one of you that showed up. So thank you for being here, for following everybody over from Midnight's Edge, if that's what you did. Of course, we got Darius Munchausen here with us today. Good to see you, my friend. We got D. Bud Martin in the house. Horseradish Power, our good buddy Olaf Von S is here. Defenders of the Faith is here, says let's fly. Indeed, brother. We got Zachariah 315. What is going on? We got our good friend Captain Fandom Nerd in the house. We got Release the McCracken. You're killing it with the memes and stuff. Man, everybody on Legion of Memers is just destroying all lately. Well done. Well done. We've got ATN saying, why are they allowing people to lie on stage during events like Comic-Con? I don't know. I can't answer any of those questions. I mean, I think it should be. I think it should be something we can call them on, right? And again, I mean, isn't that misinformation? Isn't lying misinformation, folks? I think it is. What's going on, Trav 101 checking in from the UK. We got Shrap 3D saying, hey, CC, getting the hang of Fusion 360. It's pretty awesome. Just practice on it. When you actually use the ability to do things parametrically, it becomes even easier. Like if you have to design special gearing or something, you can actually do it. In fact, there's a way to actually have it create a specific gear just typing it in. There's all kinds of really cool things you can do on that without actually having to draw it. But it's helpful to draw it and then extrude it to whatever dimensions you need. The prices for retro games are criminal. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'm not really thrilled with right now in the modern stuff. But we got Bilbo Swaggin here with us. Good to see you. I ate my lunch really fast and it was spicy, so my nose is running. So I may have to go off camera here in a second to blow my nose. But spicy food. We got Darren Hughes in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Of course, Jason Gray is here. Greetings to you, Jason. Thanks for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Or a subscriber anyway. We've got our good friend DS Ford out there saying, hail, all hail to you. Speaking of membership, we had a member stream just a few days ago. We'll be having another one here coming up in the next few weeks. Conversation will be had with all of us, hopefully. And then there will be a special member stream for high rollers that'll actually be broadcast on YouTube for those that are high rollers. They want to appear on camera on YouTube, just like I'm doing right now. That'll be fantastic too. So Jillian N is here for $1.99. Says wishing a lovely day to culture and all culturites. Well, thank you, Jillian N. The second super chat of the day for Jillian N here on the channel. Thank you for that. We've got the lovely Sherry saying, hello. Greetings, Sherry. Hope you're doing well. Just came from watching Gary's video on the Rings of Power. Gary absolutely destroyed Amazon. I can't wait to see it. It popped up in my to-watch list, so that means I will be watching it later. Very excited about that. Our buddy Zach is here. What's up, brightest day? Good to see you, buddy. We got Common Nerd out there. Says, hail the chat. Indeed. Got Dragon Master 360 in the world as well. We've got, oh, hey, Man of War 665, the neighbor of the beast. I hope you're doing well, man. Always thinking about you guys. Yeah, we guys got hit with some ads and we started again today, didn't you? Sorry about that. And look at all the people saying hi to each other. Love it. There's Tim Hayes. What's up, Tim? Good to see you, buddy. And we got, yeah, I'm very much a intro outro music kind of a guy. So I like to have paired music with what I'm doing. The late night culture show, I think, is some of the best that I could have chosen for that stream from Nefx. Nefx does a great job, and it's royalty free. And you can find Nefx here on YouTube if you want to listen to all the stuff that Nefx has pulled together. NEFFEX. That's all in capital letters. So let's see who else is out there. We got Mute Bam Hammer. We got Mute Bam Hammer's like, sit the F down. Nah, I got to stand up today. I have a little bit of a sore back. I tweaked it, so if I stand up, it takes some pressure off. So that's great. Who's on FNT tonight? That I don't know. I don't actually know the answer to that. It's probably Eric K or someone can tell us. We got some a member chat that popped in here just a second ago that I was able to notice. Let's see who else is here. Yeah, standing desks are good for you. That's true. I don't mind standing up. We got humor and waffles here. You got emotionally unstable amphibian here. I like standing up from time to time, to be honest with you. I think the bat is here. Hey, there's the bat. What's up? Hail, everyone. Hail indeed. Let's see. Christian Delorme is here, who sent a member chat. Thank you for that. A member chat for you, my friend, are the hardest working YouTuber. Well, I work on many different things, but thank you. Am I a YouTuber yet? I don't know. But thank you. Thank you, my friend. Let's see who else is in the house. We got some other folks rolling through here. We got Rob Altus. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. So many other folks. If I'm not getting to you, it's not on purpose. I know my buddy Machini's in the house. I'd love to be on FNT someday. I'll get there. Maybe. I'm not interesting. I'm not controversial, right? Maybe that's not true. I'll get on there sometime. I'm not worried about it. We got 16-bit mascot in the house. Good to see you. Trinoculus P is here. Hemorrhoid Hertz is here. Woo, 4 a.m., brother. Woo-hoo, cold. All right, well, just take care of yourself. Seasoning cast iron pans. Good plan. Yeah, seasoning cast iron, indeed. Definitely take care of that, so you get the proper results when you cook. You have to season a lot of things you don't realize you need to season. You should season a grill. Yeah, but especially cast iron. Cast iron really needs proper seasoning. This is why the fellowship channels exist, so they can't get away with lying. That's right, because we'll call them out on it. We'll go after you. Can't lie when we know. Mockety draws for $5. Ladies and gentlemen, this young man here made it to 1K. So check out Mockety Draws. He says, hey, Culture, thank you for being an incredible friend and support, hitting 1K and monetizing the same week. I saw that. I saw your tweet, brother, of the official monetization, letting you know that you are now monetized. You deserve it, man. You've been hard working. Sometimes it's a longer path than it is for others. You did everything on your own. Yeah, you had some people that talked to you and helped you and did all that, but you're the creator, you're the person on the platform, and you did a wonderful job, my friend. You built a great community, regular contributors and all of that. We've got Ruben Christopher Haynes here saying, hail to the high rollers. Hail indeed. Yeah, for those of you who have that extra couple of bucks, I want to say thank you. Become high rollers. Look, membership is not required. It's appreciated. I think a lot of people say that. Subscriptions, if you're subscribed, that helps me. It gets me more visibility. Those are the things we need to build towards. Once we got over 4K, the next goal is 5K. And then after that, I'm going to double it and try to get to 10K. As soon as I get to 10K, things can change quite substantially. It's the other reason I started the DIY channel is so I can do some other things that I think are missing. I mean, there's a lot of DIY channels. Don't get me wrong, but I think that there's some practical stuff everybody should be able to do. And if you find your way over from this channel to the DIY channel, and you just want to learn how to, replace, do a quick swap out of your lock sets or fix your drywall because you accidentally, threw a ball that somebody didn't catch and made a dent in your wall or whatever. Those are the kinds of things that'll help you, especially around your household, not just like if you own it, but also if you rent it. General maintenance procedures in your house. Most people don't know it, whether you live in a house, an apartment, whatnot. Yeah, there's stuff you can maintenance that'll save you money, lots of money, because and time, and obviously so in cases of water heaters or air conditioners, save you an expense because you change the way the energy's being spent in your house. So lots of good reasons to do that. Oh, we got Sebastian Simonson here. Lots of great folks rolling through the door. Got Larry, a name so nice you have to say it twice. It's Larry joining us. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow is here. Lots of folks. Yeah, I am standing for standing. That's right. Yeah, standing for standing. Standing is good for your back, folks. A cultured YouTuber more so. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Sci-Fi for Me TV. Go check out Jason's channel and everywhere. This guy is everywhere. You want to talk about me being everywhere? Jason's everywhere. Jason's channel is on places I don't even know exist. I think they even go to Facebook. I don't know. Maybe they don't anymore. We should start a new show. The Boring Nerds. Yeah, we are really boring. Yeah, not real, but it's fun. 3 a.m. says Jason Gray. Well, thanks for staying up and hanging out here, my friend. I appreciate that. You guys, or getting up early. I don't know, man. I know a lot of people have very different sleep patterns than I do. I sleep when it's available. If there's a chance, that's when I sleep. That seems to be the way. This is the way. The movie's script now has been rewritten. My film has been rewritten by me 4 times. I've got a little bit more polish to do, and then I'm going to send it to script doctor. I did want to try to get it shot at the end of this summer, but the meetups and work have conspired against me. But that's my goal, is to get to the point where I can actually shoot the sci-fi horror film and get that out there. And then you guys need to decide if I should make more, if it's worth any money. What's up, Horny Alf? Good to see you. Let's see. I think I said hi to Rob Altus already, but let's see. What else do we got? Larry. Spackle fixes everything. Yeah. I like the pink stuff, guys. You use that pink stuff, it dries white, and it's really cool. But this is not a DIY channel for now. Wow, you're recovering my second official Audible narration with my third lined up. Congratulations. Way to go, brother. There's somebody who went out and took what he wanted to do, did it, and then is doing it the way he wants to. I love voice work, you guys. It's amazing. Yeah. Oh man, I love Australians. You guys are awesome. My editor is an Australian. His name's Mr. Grant Gregory. Love that guy. One Man Show is here. Good to see you, my friend. Let's see. All right, let's get going. Yeah, Script Doctor is definitely going to doctor my script. That's right. I just want it to be good. You know what I mean? I think we all just want our work to be good. Okay, let's get on with it. Let's talk stuff. You guys want to talk stuff? Let's talk stuff. Where do you want to start? You guys want to start with the Cavill stuff? Let's do that. Bounding Into Comics just dropped an article. It's a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt, but it doesn't go contrary to anything that I'd heard about any of this, because this guy's price tag is huge. I am talking about Mr. Henry Cavill. He's worth every dollar. I'm sure you'll agree he is. In looking at this, though, the rumor says Henry Cavill wants more money to play Superman. This was dropped today by JB Augustine over on Bounding Into Comics. And as you can see here, what is keeping Henry Cavill from reprising Superman may be a money issue, according to a new report that says he could come back at any time. Does that surprise anybody? Not me. It says, sources who attended San Diego Comic-Con and that are close to Cosmic Book News tells the outlet's head writer, Matt McGloin, Cavill is holding out and wants a lot of money. Also, he wants back as Superman. He can do so. So there you go. The amount he wants isn't disclosed, but it might be more than the fiscally shy Warner Brothers, Discovery, and David Zaslav want to pay. Zaslav is said to want Superman to be a priority, as the legendary Man of Steel remains a coveted IP that shouldn't be on the sidelines. No kidding. Since 2019, the most we've seen Cavill's costume is in Shazam and Peacemaker as far as the new material goes. That's right. J.J. Abrams had the opportunity to reboot the character again and phase out Cavill, but his plans are not materializing, McGloin's sources say. No kidding. We've been talking about that for a while. It's hard to get stuff greenlit when it doesn't work with what is going to actually make money. But anyway, Abrams' pitch for a black Superman is reportedly no longer happening, as we reported months ago. Cavill had an idea for the Man of Steel. He wanted Mission Impossible Fallout director Chris McQuarrie to helm, but the old Warner Media regime declined, presumably in favor of Abrams. This may be a catalyst for why Cavill's asking price is so high, although his stock has gone up due to The Witcher. Yeah, he's very expensive now, folks. McGloin sources add Zack Snyder has a shot at a second chance, though he stresses the sources are Snyder supporters who despise Jeff Johns. Wow. So they could be repeating rumors, countering the remarks that Jim Lee made at Comic-Con. So there you go. If Snyder doesn't return to the scene, Dwayne Johnson might swoop in and save the day. McGloin has told the latter, whose team manages Cavill and produces Black Adam, Shazam, and the League of Super Pets, wants to take over the DC Films universe. We're going to talk Super Pets in just a moment, folks. So there is a consensus at Comic-Con that fans are excited for Black Adam, though that isn't a bulletproof guarantee of success. No kidding. Which any future Johnson has of taking charge of the DC EU hinges on. Johnson's spreading himself thin because, as you know, in February, the XFL, which he bought basically from Jim McMahon, that thing launches its first season since it was suspended years ago. We'll have to see how that goes. He's really spreading himself thin. I mean, I know he thinks he can do it, but it is what it is. Anyway, Johnson is rumored to be pushing for the shared universe angle and wants Black Adam to fight Superman. If he can achieve both and bring Henry Cavill along for the ride, that remains up in the air, despite fandom being sure to enjoy that news. That's right. So what do you make of blah, 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 blah? Good question. What do you guys think? Think we got a shot at this? I'm just curious. Think this is more than a rumor? I agree with you, man. Give it to him. He deserves it. That's right, Jay Price. Larry says, pay the man. Yes, please. Give the man his money. Although, one-man show, greed kills. Well, there you go. Hey, what's up? Executive producer Sol Leibowitz is here saying, hello, CC. Did you watch ADV's China video on Shamarte Culture? No, I haven't seen it yet. But they are they're one of the channels I do watch, so I will pick that up and take a look at it. Let's see who else is here. WB dropped the ball having a really good Superman. Well, yeah, years ago. Again, remember the previous story that Bounding did was that they've been trying to get rid of Cavill's Superman since 2017. The argument can't be made that that's not true because they've made no effort to recapture this guy. And after, obviously, Zack Snyder's Justice League, I mean, people are still on board with this dude as Superman. So, I don't know. Cavill is far more wanted, popular now than when he first made Man of Steel. Yeah, he's been able to grow into the actor that he is. And look, say what you will about The Witcher and the modernity crap that's inserted in that. There are a lot of people that really enjoy the show. I mean, and there's a decent chance that they'll get to that 5-season goal that I think they were shooting for. Unless something's been reported to the contrary. I think we'll see. Just wait until Alan Horn weighs in on that. Well, in the background, as we were ending the Midnight's Edge in the morning stream just a few moments ago, somebody shot some information into the chat, which, believe me, I'm going to be working on diligently to confirm and then try to confront everything that, has been said and try to justify it with, what's going on. So, and if that's the case, Warner Brothers may not be fan friendly ever again. But we'll go down that road in a little bit. Maybe I'll do a video on it this coming week. So we'll see. If they want Superman as a priority, says Jason Gray, then they have to pay a premium for it. Yeah. Look, okay. So let's say that. By the way, these are rumors. I'm about to do some rumor stuff. This is a rumor. They are, if they are to bring in Ben as they are, right? They had to write him a big check. I don't care how much of the film he's in, to be honest with you. I really don't. Even if it's just the tail end credit scene, right? They have to write this dude a check because, as we mentioned on Midnight's Edge in the morning, actually, Andre said specifically, he's not under contract. He had no obligation to come back and do anything for the Aquaman sequel, right? So if rumors are true, going back into May, because this is going back a couple of months now, they were looking to sign Ben for another deal for like $30 million. So maybe we'll see. We'll have to see. What's up, Bees, man? Good to see you. Rob Alta says JJ can F right off. Yes, he can. Pay Superman. Can you imagine? Okay, so here's the cool thing about Cavill, right? Cavill could be Superman, right? He could be Geralt, however you want to say it. And he could be Bond, all at the same time. Wow. Just let that sink in. Yeah. There's no more Snyder. Snyder isn't coming back. That part of the rumor is bologna sausage as far as I know. Yeah, I think they don't write a good story anymore. That's true. Let's see who else is in the house. Oh, Jason, I didn't know. I don't know which question you're asking. So, yeah. Screw the Flash. The Flash is a mess still. But based on everything that's been reported by very reliable people, the screenings for either of these films has not been good. The Flash private screenings went poorly. And they scored poorly. They scored it like all the way through, very bad. And obviously the way Aquaman 2 looks right now, it has to be redone to be workable. We're spending a lot of money here, guys. I asked tentatively on Midnight's Edge in the morning if they were spending like reshoots it would be like $60 million. Well, if they're going to pay Ben 20 or 30 million just to show up, again, speculation on my part, right? Based on the rumor and the confirmation that Ben's back for some of it for a deal he doesn't have a contract on, which means they had to sign him for money. They had to pay somebody something. I don't know, man. $60 million doesn't seem like a lot of money when you got a lot of stuff to shoot. And Tom's not wrong; they can shoot it on green screen and do inserts and all that, but still. Society Reviews is like, Cavill going to get paid. That's right. Check out Society Reviews, everybody. Our buddy Jacob does a great job over there. Let's see. That's a good question. Yeah, who is asking and wanting Black Adam? I'm going to see it, if only to be able to give you my actual impression of the film. But I have never been sold on The Rock as a person that can carry a film. Tom and I talk about this all the time. I know, ad nauseum. But I've never believed for 1 minute that he's enough to do that. He's great in ensemble casts. He kicks butt, right? Because we've seen him in the Fast and the Furious franchise where he did a great job. He's been really good in an ensemble in the Jumanji stuff. When it was just him and the beautiful English chick in the Jungle Book Jungle Cruise, not Jungle Book, Jungle Cruise film that just came out. That thing was a flaming dumpster fire that made no money. Not. So they got people interested in it. I know there are a lot of people here that are not exactly excited about that. One man show. Black Adam's. How much money does one guy need? Really? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Dwayne's been wanting to be Black Adam for a decade. He's been wanting to do that. Make Cavill, Affleck, buddy cop, Batman, Superman like the old comics. That would be incredible. I want a real friggin' Justice League. I don't want the Justice League. And, Snyder can do what he wants. And if you were a Snyderite and you enjoyed Justice League by Snyder, good on you. But I want an actual Justice League. Right? I really do. And by the way, Justice League would work better as a television program than it does as a film, because Justice League is kind of serialized. You very much kind of what you should have done with the Avengers post Endgame is just kind of serialize it and pay all these people a money salary and then chop it all up into the little serial episodes and then out there in the world, pay them their money. But that would have worked. And it's the same way with Justice League, in my opinion. Oh, let's see who's out there. Southern Belle asks a very pertinent question. Who wouldn't be on board with Cavill? I don't know. He's great Superman. He really is. Christopher Reeve was the Man of Steel. Cavill's number 2. No argument from me. I think Christopher Reeve was the very pinnacle of Superman, and it was a great tragedy when his ability was stripped away from him to play the character again, because there was more on the board for him, and he would have been great. And of course his shortened life because of that accident. It still bothers me to this day. Let's see who out there is talking about stuff. Brightest Day says, I think that'd be too much Cavill. Yeah, but it could happen. Here's the weird thing, right? And Rob Altus says with a member chat that I just missed. Oh no, come back, member chat. Don't go away. Oh, Rob, I think it jumped too far for me to get. Morgan King says 31C today in Canada. That's an interesting temperature, Morgan King. Rob Altus, there it is. Happy Friday, CC. We rib you, but you, it's with love. Yeah, I know. I'm not worried about it. I don't mind being ribbed. You guys, I love you. It's weird. Even the people that don't like me, that hate watch me, I still love you. I operate from a default position of love, folks. It takes a lot for you to get me past that. You have to willingly be going out there and doing silly things for a long time. Yep, Emily Blunt. That's right, Emily Blunt. Thank you. The chat got on that. She's amazing. What's up, Theme Park? Who else is out there? Did I miss anybody's super chat? I don't think so. I think I got the supers. Hey, Thunderduck's here. What's up, buddy? I haven't seen you in a minute. Says, it is such a shame what the MCU has become. Imagine how great it could all be. It could be so great. It should be so great. She-Hulk could be so much fun, sexy and serious, so sad. Well, again, it comes down to, and I know you know this, Thunderduck, because you follow a lot of us. And thank you for all that you do, my friend. The writers of that show, and which included a staff writer named Dana Schwartz, right? Put a bunch of female power self inserts into that character. Do you know what you don't do when you're writing something that's an established character? Do a self insert, because now you've changed the entire character and the character motivations behind the character, and that fundamentally changes what the audience is going to expect. Or it doesn't change it. The audience is still going to have their expectations, but you're going to deliver something that the audience doesn't expect, and then you can't complain. You shouldn't be able to complain because you didn't give them what they were going to see this for, if that makes sense. I think it should. I think somebody mentioned that we did have another Justice League show in there, and that's true. Yeah, I remember vividly watching Superman at theater opening day in '78. Yeah, again, I lived in the perfect time of cinematic wonder and awesomeness, right? Because I got to see, as a young person, young boy, I got to see the original Star Wars film in the theater, in the biggest format there was possible to see it in at the time. the biggest possible screen with the best possible audio that was available at the time. And that was the first cinematic experience that I actually remember. I mean, that thing is drilled in my head with the Rebel ship going overhead and this massive Star Destroyer firing at it and pulling it in with a tractor beam. That changed everything. If they're doing this series over on Deadline, and I think they were the film that lit my fuse, right? Well, that would be it. And then they go about 30 years later and destroy it 40 years later. Screw those guys. Anyway. Hey, Memes, what's up? Complain? Internet? Thanks, Memes. Good to see you, buddy. Why would anyone hate watch you? I don't know. It happens. I get some very unflattering DMs, folks, and some other things. I've gotten an interesting email or two, by the way. So, yikes. Here's the thing. Some people they read their negative comments because that's a bit, and it's funny. In fact, I like to watch some of that myself. But to me, I don't want to talk about the hate that I get because it doesn't matter. Hate what you hate, like what you like, love what you love, hate what you hate. I don't care. I'm not going to yuck your yum. If you like something, don't let my opinion of it change anything. But I'm not going to attack you for your opinion. So why would I get attacked for mine? And I don't want to give any wind to the sails of any of those boats. So why acknowledge them? Just say it as a general statement. Be safe. We got our good friend Butt Crack Media here for a Canadian $2 saying She-Hulk looks like poo. There are moments. This is the weird thing, right? There are moments that I think it looks good. There are moments I think it looks good, but most of the time it doesn't. There are moments that there is definitely a little bit of heart in there. First of all, Tatiana, I'm going to mispronounce her last name, Malase. Anyway, incredibly gifted actress, very, very talented and a beautiful woman. Oh my gosh. And this should be this should be a really good representation of this character. I don't know. It feels like it got ruffaloed up. It feels like the writer's room, which is very, rah woman power motivated. They're part of the problem. If you could overcome the CG with good writing, I think. I mean, I've seen that before. You have a new Twitter account? Oh my goodness, my friend. New one is Berlin Thunder 98. Still quacking. All right, just man, just loop me into something so I can follow you again, brother. You can always find me on Minds. You know that. Minds and Getter, right? I have a Rumble account. I don't know how to log back into it, but all my videos go there. All my videos go to Odyssey. I'm going to keep using alt tech, guys. Oh, hey, what's up, Jin Wong? Good to see you. Hey, Culture, finally woke up early enough to catch it. Thanks for being here. Because I'm freezing my butt off. Oh, well, that sucks. I'm sorry, brother. But I'm glad you're here. I hope you're doing all right. Preachy, sad, both the same to me. Yeah, I'm tired of it. Tired of that. Views with Hughes says, Hail Casino. The kind of week it has been post SDCC has been a bit abysmal. You're not wrong. Not looking forward to Marvel unless Sony has anything from it, but looking forward to the DCEU. I want DC to be good. You guys don't understand. I mean, Batman for the longest time on the DC side of things was my favorite character. And this is even prior to 89, right? When the first Batman film came out. Batman 89 was still the most iconic of the time, the most iconic superhero film made. Because it kind of became the gold standard for a long time. But yeah, so it pains me when, the DC comics universe isn't good. It hurts. Yeah. But yeah, Marvel's looking rough. Marvel's got more problems than we even realize, based on some rumors I've heard that I can't even report on as grain of salt time because they're just things I haven't even been able to get anybody else to confirm. So I don't talk a lot about that stuff. Yeah. So Vegas is going to be hot. Yeah, I'll see you there though. Can't wait for that. Oh, by the way, yeah, I will be at the Vegas meetup. So if you guys are coming, I'll be there. I'm hoping the poker chips show up in time. I'm hoping, because I want to be able to hand those out. I still have extras of the old ones, but I'll definitely have those poker chips by the time we get to Orlando. I paid for express shipping so once they're produced, I mean, hopefully I can hand them out. So. And HM says, yeah, they are definitely wasting her talents. They are. Tatiana, that's her name. Yeah, Tatiana Maslany. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm always going to mispronounce her name. Let's see. Culture's inbox has seen things. That's kind of right. They have. It's okay. I get lots of different kinds of email. Let's just put it that way. Sometimes there's things that show up in your mailbox you don't want. Unsubscribe. You should have accounts on all alt tech. I think I do. Yeah, I'm not going to TikTok, dude. Whew. TikTok bad for you. And it's bad for your anything, privacy, credit, whatever. It's going to hurt a lot of people in the near future. Adam West is the true Batman. Well, he was 100% grade A West. That's for sure. Yeah, I think the CGI did look a little bit good and then really not great. Hey, what's up, Channel 66? Yeah, the animated series, Black. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people loved the Batman in that. Yep. Got a lot of folks popping in. Thor 4 is only 4.5% higher than Minions, despite being out for a less week. Thor 4 will probably have a lower box office overall due to lower per theater revenue, but no problems can be found with the MCU. Oh, dude, there's thousands of problems. Look, let's talk about it. You know, you brought up the perfect thing. I will change my screen share to that because your timing is impeccable. We're gonna get to the DC Super Pets thing in a minute, but this is as good a time as any, Rory, to share this. We have these numbers, these financial numbers coming into us from obviously the numbers, right? A lot of us use the numbers for a reason because they do a good job. Nash does a good job over there of keeping this all up to date with not just the estimates, but then the final numbers as well. So, that way you feel like you're always giving the same information and not comparing apples and oranges or presenting them as such, because that could be a real problem. Believe me, it happens all the time. I never want to do that. But we got Biggles. Yeah, dude, let's hang out. Shoot me a DM, brother. I think you may or may not have my phone number, but yeah, just shoot me a DM, man. Anyway, so Thor: Love and Thunder 2022. It hasn't even cracked $300 million domestically, folks. This film is a Marvel film. This is a mega film. That's the thing. Now they want to compare it against previous Thor iterations, right? Because they don't want to put it up against MCU films. Well, they should be ashamed of putting any MCU film up against anything that came before Endgame, because they destroyed the characters on the way out the door of Endgame. They killed off or let go of characters they never should have, and it's hurting them. It's hurting them very, very badly. And look, I mean, you and I and everybody else, we can see it, but 285,936,000 is where this thing sits as of today. And I always like to show the cone, right? The cone. The cone is this taupe area here. That represents the expectations for where the film should lie within after its start, right? So it's been on the bottom of the cone, the very bottom of the cone, since its first opening weekend. It's been sitting there. It's underperformed all the way. Anybody who argues that this film has not underperformed, I don't know what you're looking at. If this thing doesn't do a 2.8 or better, it's not going to be profitable. And it's getting darn close to saying that it may not achieve profitability. Because now, for the most part, when you're looking at the rental rates that are paid with theaters involved, how much of the international gross actually makes it to the film producer, balance the advertising that is spent on these films, you're looking at about a factor of 2.8. So if a film costs $250 million, you need to look at that 2.8 number. Now, Valiant breaks it down a little bit different, and Odin breaks it down a little bit different, but I don't mind using just a simple number for most films, because they all pretty much line up with that. And, it could be off a little this way, a little that way, and that's okay. But when you look at these films, you look at how this thing just began to underperform from day 4, and it's still well under, as you can see here, it's still well under these numbers. It doesn't work. I mean, so let's take a look at it, fractionally, right? It fell off 68% the second weekend. That was big news, right? The lowest performing, or tied for the lowest performing film. It was actually 68.1%. And then the second weekend, it was 52% fall off from even that. You can't maintain that. It's had an even sharper drop if you look at it as we go, just in weekend to weekend, right? So for the 27th, when you compare the 27th, it fell off, an additional 28% from the previous day, but it fell off 42% from the previous week. It fell off an additional 5% on the 28th. That was yesterday. And it's down 36% from the previous week. It is in, this is how sad this is. It's in, these are the numbers that we were referring to in the chat that I highlighted a minute ago, right? Thor 4 here, right here, from Rory Mitchell. It's in 4,300. I'm going to highlight it again. 4,300 theaters, 4,370 theaters. This is how much money it's making per theater, kids. $574. Does that sound good? No. No. Anyway, this is fun though. Thanks for bringing this out, Rory. I appreciate it. That was good timing. London says, thank you, Culture. You're right. It does hurt. I was explaining this to someone this week about Obi-Wan. It's my childhood, my joy, my heart. I hate what they're doing. Yeah. And they're doing it to all of us, on everything. And look, this is why we should value people like Eric July, our friend, Mirrorsphere's Origin. Obviously all, the folks like Ethan Van Sciver, EVS. We should value these people. They're making content. That Umbrella guy has a comic book out. Anybody who's making new culture, those are the people we need to start supporting with our dollars. We need to change the world. Again, this happens every time, right? The old thing gets destroyed, corrupted, whatever. It's up to us to change it. It's up to they're not going to fix it. They're lazy. And they don't even know what you want. And if they do know what you want, they don't care. They don't care. Sorry, a little emotional there. Get frustrated with this stuff, guys. I know you do too. I mean, I was looking forward to. I actually was looking forward to a good Thor Love and Thunder film, because it could be done. It could have been done well. DS Ford is asking me a question later in the chat here. No, actually, I'll be shaving this part. I'm going to leave the goatee, but I have to shave this part because I mentioned this on the member stream. I got to go to the doctor. I have to get a couple spots on my face looked at, and one of the worst ones is on this side, and they're probably going to cut up my face, but it'll be fine because I'll just grow a beard again. So, and I don't have to be pretty. I'm old now. Come on. Chicks dig scars, right? That's from a film. Yeah, exactly. Ram Bam 3000. The Thor Love and Thunder was a mainstream Marvel film with an original Avenger. There's no reason it doesn't hit $1 billion unless the film's bad, or unless the company making it is overt politics and political opinions that are turning their audience off. I don't know. Travel 101 asks, do you think Thor 4 will make under 800 million? Not easily. Look, if it doesn't rock the box over 7, it's got to make over 7. for it to be theoretically making money. 700 million. 700 million. Yeah. Oh, you corrected it. Sorry, 16-bit. Yeah, and this is a good point, Dash Attack. Endgame killed Thor and Hulk, metaphorically. Yeah. Well, and it killed Cap. Okay, can I ask you a question? Raise your hands. Raise your hand, because I don't have the way to put up a poll right now. Okay, here we go. Are you looking forward to Captain America: New World Order? Doesn't that sound like a propaganda film in favor of a New World Order? Like what's being done to us right now? Am I wrong? Is that something you're looking forward to? I'm just curious. How about for no? How about an F in the chat and a Y in the chat for yes? I doubt it. I have to see. Hail the Rippaverse, indeed. Dude is killing it. Yeah, Daily Wire, thank you for that. Indeed. And that's what I'm talking about. We need people to venture out into the world and say, you know what, enough. We're going to make our own thing. You know, and it's not going to be full of this overt political messaging crap that, you know, is being foisted upon us. Look, I don't get it. I don't like to get into politics on my channel. I do it from time to time because politics are infesting everything that we love. But we're coming up on an election in the United States. There's a primary election that's happening in most of the country, or has already happened in some states, that it allows you to pick the candidates that are going to represent whatever party you happen to affiliate yourself with, which don't get me into any of that. Don't want to talk about it. Vote. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what candidate you think represents your thought process. Just if you believe in that person and what they're telling you, and that they're like actually telling you the truth, which is the harder part of that whole equation. Vote. Just vote. Vote. That's the thing you can do, that you need to do. If you don't like what's happening to you right now, look at the people that are doing it and get rid of them. Vote for somebody else who says they're not going to do that, or has a track record, a history of not doing that to you. And that's what we are doing when we don't give Marvel money for films that suck rocks and tear up our characters and, well, our childhoods, like London Tess was saying. Woo! Wow. Okay, guys. Yeah, sorry. A little wired up. Woo! Sorry, guys. Wow. I'm scrolling. I know you guys are chatting away at me. Chicks dig scars is what I tell my mom when I cut myself shaving. There you go, Rampant 3000. The big thing to realize about Thor: Love and Rockets is that the box office is higher priced, but it's far fewer numbers. So yeah, imagine. So I think it was a 16% increase in ticket prices overall since the last Thor film, right? Ragnarok. They have fewer butts and seats. This is a good point. And Six made this not that long ago. I think it was less than 2 weeks ago on the show I was on with Six, and said, count the butts and the seats. Don't tell me how much the what the sales are. It's not. It's a great argument. And that's what makes that $574 per theater number so abysmal, so blatantly obvious and blatantly bad. How many people is that went to see that theater on average? It's see that film in a theater on average. Almost nobody. Whew. Oh, the beard will come back, guys. If you're worried about the beard, I promise it'll be back. It's pretty easy to grow. I am a hairy guy. I don't have hair on my back yet. Maybe the occasional stray. I don't have it on my shoulders either. Yeah, yeah. But I'm a little masculine, somewhat, sort of. Who's in the house? Yeah, man, there's a lot of no's for that question. Wow. Look at all these no's, folks. Look at all these no's. Yeah, well, do better. Do better, Senator. We all need to do better. Hey, what's up, C4 family? Good to see you. You guys are really unhappy with us. Yeah, a lot of people aren't fans of Falcon Cap. Oh, and Victor, thanks for keeping up with me in the DMs. Appreciate that. Hey, Lorena, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Guys, check out. Oh, Lorena, you got a stream, right? You got a stream coming up. Couple of them, couple of watch party streams. Lorena's over on Lorena's channel. Check it out. One of them is for the Stone Ocean, right? And the other one is for something else you're watching. Our good friend was telling us all about it. So it's good to see you, Lorena. I keep toying with the idea of putting out a print magazine, our own Starlog. I'm debating. That'd be great. I got the privilege of hanging out with over on obviously Comics Division's channel, the replacement for Mad Magazine, right? Flip City. Flip City Magazine's a real printed magazine. You can also get it digitally just by email, signing up for their mailing list. And folks, it might be worth your time to just look into. It doesn't cost you more than an email. They promise not to send you anything that isn't what they tell you they're going to send you, so not spam. And they have incredible art and humor. It's a satirist magazine. It's like the old-fashioned Mad, cracked National Lampoon way before, and it comes with the slant that we're all kind of experiencing. It's very funny stuff. We got a super chat from our good friend Judge Lot. Judge Lot, by the way, do you see that? You see that car? That's a Lotus. That's a Lotus Esprit. I almost bought a Lotus Elise years back when they first came out. Real close. Almost dropped the nickels on it. Says for $10, says, I recently heard someone discussing how Superman and Batman will enter the public domain in about 15 years. Why are older characters, Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, still not in the public domain? Well, reasons. They keep getting legislation to protect them. I don't think that's going to happen again. If you have senators and representatives right now saying that they aren't going to make a law that protects these long-term companies anymore, the iconography that's around them. There is a period of time when things enter the public domain, including Winnie the Pooh. The first book of Winnie the Pooh went into the public domain this last year. And as you saw, we immediately had a Winnie the Pooh horror film, like almost on cue. So it's a good question. It comes down to the number of times that has been extended. So there is a difference between copyright and trademark law, but I don't think they're going to be able to prevent Mickey Mouse and many other things from becoming public domain. And I think Batman and Superman will enter that realm as well. And that's why, and this is why, Judge Locke, you're seeing more derivative characters. What's the terminology? Woke or not, right? SJW or not, politically correct or not. This is why you're seeing derivatives. They need to protect their access to these characters, so they have to recraft them in a way that they can continue to utilize them. Right? Yeah. So, what else is going on? Ask Eric July to loan you some shoulder hair. I know, he's a good guy. I love Eric. He's great. If you get a chance to meet him, do. He's the coolest dude in the world. He is exactly who he portrays himself to be. How often can you say that in life? We got M Tax Shark for a super chat for $7. Thank you, M Tax Shark. Appreciate it. No more coffee today at Culture Casino. This is for a martini. Happy Friday, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. I will. You know what? I might pour myself one. I make a wicked martini. I have many different martini styles that I like to make. So there you go. Lots of other folks rolling in. I saw 70s rock fan roll in. What's up, Brian? I'm scrolling through the chat, guys. I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. If I miss a member chat, guys, it's because I'm this keeps skipping around on me. I apologize. But I'll get to the supers for sure. So just we scroll through. Thanks for this, MTech Shark, indeed. Oh yeah, it's a very underrated car. In fact, James Bond drove that car in the snow. You imagine driving a Lotus Esprit in the snow? Bananas. Yeah, they're sweet cars. Those Lotuses are sweet cars. What's up, Opta Racer? Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're doing well. Oh, here we go. Judge Lot for another $5 says the only MCU movies I've seen post Endgame are the 2 Spider-Man films. I've not watched any of the MCU shows on Disney Plus. Good. You will. I'm worried now because I was very excited to see Daredevil in She-Hulk because I knew that Charlie Cox was coming back to play the character outside of the She-Hulk thing. I'm less excited now. I really am. Seriously bummed. My gilded alerts are going off in the bottom, guys. So sorry about that if you're hearing those. I can't wait for a Donald Duck horror movie. Me too. 5 Days at Mickey's. There you go. Man, could you imagine? Instead of Five Nights at Freddy's. Whew. If you're desperate to keep alive your 500-year-old characters, you are out of ideas, TM. Very good and well said. Correct sentiment. Yeah, I am a shaken, not stirred guy, by the way. I don't mind cracking the ice and getting a little bit of water in there because, okay, so that's the theory, right? It's the same reason why if you're going to put a drink on the rocks, you carefully place your ice in the glass and you don't want to chip it because you dilute the drink. You don't want to dilute the drink. You want to chill the drink. Wow. Okay. This is the problem. See, CultureCasino has a whole lot of other weirdness there, including cooking. Guys, maybe I'll start a cooking channel at some point. That'd be fun. Rory Mitchell, obligatory Simpsons reference. Disney Historical Park. Sorry, but there's profit to be had. Indeed. I like my martinis dirty. I like my women. Ooh, Ruben Christopher Hayes. Good for you. I make those too. Chris Fisk is making good stuff. Lots of people are making good stuff. Of course, you're referring to Fisk in the show, but in my head, I was like, hey, Chris Fisk, he makes books. Lotus Elise. I've seen a small handful over the couple of years and sat on one. They are great, man. Oh, so lightweight. You can't flip them. Well, I mean, maybe you could, but they're just great cars. It's freaking quick. It's same kind of X frame as the Esprits. Most Lotuses are designed on that. Nobody cares. Stop talking culture. They're awesome. Saw X featuring Elmer Fudd. Oh man, you guys are brilliant. Culture, did you see Universal Orlando had record attendance for Q2? I did, and I'm not surprised. Universal Orlando is going to be enormous. Right now, they're wrapping up some of the main construction elements for the Mario Kart thing that they're building. They were adding warp tunnels and stuff. Ministry of Magic Foundation subterranean work is done, and they're starting to move forward with that. There's a lot going on at Universal Orlando for the future, and they're just going to build on that. You're going to see incredible turnout for Hollywood Horror Nights. You really are. We got a super chat from our good friend Willie Woodward for $4.99. When Mickey, Batman, etc. go into the public domain, there is very little that can be used due to TM laws. It's what happened with Zorro. He is TM, can't use. Well, there are ways to circumvent that. And believe me, it's going to get tested. It will get tested. And trademark laws are going to be revisited soon, I would imagine. Yeah, Epic Universe is going to be amazing. Can't wait. You're going to get your first taste of what you're going to see in an Epic Universe is going to be in California. Why? I don't know. They're dumb, but yeah. But Yeah, and Willie Woodward, that's a VIP super chat. Darren Hughes sends a member chat, been a member here for a few months, says, hi, Friday pre-flight culture and culturites. Have a great weekend. So what's the story behind the name CultureCasino? You know, I answered this in the member stream a few days ago. Really, I wanted people to feel like they could come here and talk about culture. You weren't making a gamble on it because, you know, there wasn't a way to lose. You know, but they were also, you know, out in the world, there really is a cultural casino out there. And, you know, it doesn't have to do with the fact that I love, you know, casinos or that I enjoy the occasional gamble. But I don't want to gamble with culture, pop culture, entertainment, etc. I don't think you should even have to gamble with news, but unfortunately. Started drinking channel culture. I'm an expert in chicken and booze. There you go. I have a full commercial brewery in a shipping container that will be unloaded soon. It's for home. Wow, dude. Well done. Can't wait for that. You should start a channel. Oof. Keep your gin and vodka in the freezer. Doesn't melt the ice as fast. Shake the heck out of your martini so you get a nice layer of shattered ice chips on top. And the booze turns frosty white. It does. This is my coffee cup, by the way. See the emblem on my coffee cup? Yeah. Anyway. Oh. Yeah, a lot of people love Mario Kart, too. Hi, Josh, but it just speaks to of culture's intellect and multi-talent, so cheers. Oh, well, thank you. You guys can Josh with me. I love it. You guys are amazing. You know what? You should ask Lorena that on Sunday, Dragon Master 360. I'm sure she'll have some answers. She went by there recently. So, yeah, Culture's Happy Hour is usually the Sunday late night stream. If you guys want to get a little looser and hear me say bad words, that's where I do it, is on the night stream on Sunday nights after Lorena Creole's Welcome to Florida stream. Have all of the random panelists show up. We talk about random topics. We get more random than we've been today. And I would say this has been a pretty random thing indeed. Let's do this because I need to get to this story. We don't have a lot of time. I only got about 27 minutes before, you know, we get to sit and wait another 20 minutes for FNT to start, if that's your jam. Friday Night Frolics, obviously, you have a little bit more wait to get there, but and then after that, there's some other stuff. I will be watching both things because that's what I do. I watch everybody as much as I can. But I'm going to share this story out there. I want to get it out there in front of you. This is what just happened. This is the news that just dropped a little while ago during the course of the morning. I think I covered it, but the DC film did get released. The DC League of Super Pets takes off with 2.2 million in previews. You think that's good? You think that's good? It's not good. This is really disappointing. This is a film that needs more support in order for it to be successful. This has an all-star vocal cast. In fact, that's one of the things that they were like promoting it on, is that it had all these amazing voices, including Dwayne. There's the word. Dwayne Johnson, the guy we were just talking about, The Rock. Yeah, it has his voice in it. You have a lot of these vocal talents, and it's not bringing in anybody. And before anybody makes an argument and says it's kids film or any of that, it's got adult humor in it, right? It has it's supposed to have a lot of appeal. It's very much oriented towards the same audience that Minions: The Rise of Gru was oriented around. It should have opened huge because it's right before people in the United States take their kids back to school. There's a lot of people that enjoy vacations right before they take their kids back to school. And the fact that this had this kind of a preview, this dismal, not good. It also doesn't indicate that they're going to hit the adult audience like Minions: The Rise of Gru did. And that's bad news. right? This thing is, let's see what it's slated. It was in 3,200 theaters in previews, made 2.2 million. Right, the industry is going to be. They had very optimistic views earlier in the week, 25 to 30 in 4,300. I don't think that's going to make it. I don't think it's going to make it. And why is this important? Well, because I like to compare like things for like things. It's one of those things. So let's compare. Shall we? We shall. We have this story that I'm going to bring up. You remember this? Not that long ago, on July 1, box office Minions: The Rise of Gru opens to 10.75 million on Thursday previews. Thursday previews. Same thing. 10.75. 2.2, 10.7. These two things are not the same. That's a huge spread. That's a huge spread. Does this mean that one thing is going to do better than the other? No. Is it an indication? 100%. You don't look. I mean, I get fired up on this stuff, but this thing made 10.75 million in 3,350, and that's slightly more theaters, 150 more theaters, but you still only had 3,200 theaters for DC Pets, and that was 2.2 million. It's not that many more theaters to get that much more money, right? And look, I mean, right now, as of right now, this film's making Thor look sad. It's making Light. Remember Light Beer? You guys remember Light Beer? Light Beer looks sad, right? Let's go back. Let's go back to this share. Let's go back to this one because it's up and it's easy to do. All right, we're going to look at Thor again, just because it's convenient. So let's look at Thor again. We're going to compare Thor to Minions. Rise of Gru. Look at that. Minions Rise of Gru. 28 days in, 309, 530 domestically. 21 days in, 288, 447. The upward trajectory of Thor is gone. This is about to hit the flat, and that's it. This is about to hit the flat. And again, this is what you're looking at. Look at these numbers: $250 million versus $80 million. This is an animated film, folks. Right? This was in 43.75. This was in slightly more theaters because there wasn't competition at the time. 43.91. So maximum theaters. This didn't change. This actually went up slightly. I don't know. Look at the domestic weekends. So that means Thor tanks so hard it's not even funny. Sorry, I got a little cough in my throat there. What's this thing, King? DC League of Super Pets? All right, so we've added DC League of Super Pets. I'm not sure if the numbers are updated here. They might not be. Hard to say. Oh, no, it's not there yet. Notice how they didn't report the budget on it either. But look, domestic box office, first day, Thursday, 2,200,000. Unbelievable. We'll see at the end of the day where this ends up. But here's the thing: to date, Thor's only made $610 million. Gru's made $659 million for a difference of $40 million, $50 million, almost $40 million in change. It's insane. Yeah, numbers. Numbers are important. I like numbers, but thank you, Six. I appreciate that. It always fascinates me, and actually, Six, if you weren't here, I just mentioned that you were one of the people who actually mentioned we should be counting butts and seats, not the cost of tickets, because not the total box office receipts. And you're right, we should be counting the butts and the seats. It's easy to count the butts and the seats now. If a film like Thor is only earning $570 some per theater, $574 a theater yesterday. Dismal. Yeah, the whole will be collapsing whilst they preach woke, and they still won't see the signs. They're not seeing the signs. But look, I would willingly blame woke for this whole thing, and it's a major contributor. I will agree with all of that. That's true. But we have people in positions they have no business being in. We have showrunners in positions they shouldn't be in. We have film producers that are in positions they shouldn't be in. We've had multiple film production companies collapse because they shouldn't have been doing it. You've seen these writers, right? They have no experience, but they're brought in because they're an activist. They bring in activists to write stories. That's not a good idea. They have no life experience. They only have a myopic viewpoint. An activist is the representative person of a myopic viewpoint. Usually, at least currently, most activists have zero life experience. And the things that they're bitching about or complaining about, and I just used a bad word on my channel, they wouldn't know because they have no experience with it. They've had a privileged life, and yet they want to tell you how to live your life or how you are mistreating people. That's a problem with activism. Okay. If you actually are somebody who suffered, like I can't go back and say, wow, you went to an Ivy League school. And before that, you went to a private high school. And before that, and you lived in a beautiful house in a suburban area with, a loving family. And you're an activist because you were marginalized or oppressed. No. So I can't tolerate human beings like LeBron James. I'm like, please. It's also another reason why it frustrates me that now, and this is completely other direction, folks, that we are now paying college athletes. And I don't care what the arguments are that you have, and I don't care if you're even interested in sports ball. You going to college, guess what? You're being paid. If you're getting a free ride as an athlete to go to a school, you're being paid. It's commiserate with your value. You're with your life experience. You can make an argument for likeness or whatever, but believe me, if you are going to be an athlete that qualifies to be in that position, decent chance you're going to be at the pro level. The arguments made around this idea that that college kids aren't compensated. No, frustrating. Anyway, beyond all of that, it is what it is. $574 per theater means they're getting 40 to 50 people for showing. That's a dismal reach and impact. Rory, I don't think it's that much. So the average cost of a ticket went up. I would say 20 to 30 people, depending upon what price they paid throughout the day. If you pay a matinee price, hard to say. The other thing they discuss is theatrical engagements. We're not going to really have a good picture of that until the full run of the film, but it is what it is. Ooh. Anyway, so the whole point of that brief tootle away from the subject matter, the divergence from the conversation, was that your lack of life experience lends you to create incomplete material or things that aren't realistic, that don't feel right. We can have an optimistic view of the world. You can have a utopian view of the world. But that utopia is going to be shaped, or your perception of it or your projection of it is shaped by your life experience. And if you haven't had any life experience yet, what possibly can you contribute to the greater whole? Nada. You have to live on this earth for a little while. You have to go through things. You have to travel. It's harder to write Now, a lot of people live vicariously through others, and that works too. But you have to have experience, a breadth of it, in order to have an impact. Anyway, it is what it is. What did Dadman say he wanted to do? I'm interested in playing with you guys. I'd love to do it sometime. I just got to find the minute. We got Rambam 3000 sending us a £5 sterling, kids. This is proper money. Sam Wilson is Falcon in his own right. I agree with you. Why insult him by giving him Steve Rogers? Yeah, hand-me-downs. I agree with you. I'm not sure if I can say that, Rambam. It's not that I am adverse to saying it. YouTube's been weird lately. But no, it was a wonderful point, well made. It's insane. Yeah, it's per day, not per showing. I know. That's why I said if theatrical engagements would be a better balance number to look at, so we get those precise numbers. But that's a breakdown of the interest in the film every day. Very low. Yeah, 4 or 5 showings a day. Yeah, I think everybody backed off after the global crisis. I think you're only seeing like 4. You might see 5, but I think most theaters are doing a 4-time turnover. I'd have to double check. Oh, thank you, Flaccid Phoenix. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, check out Flaccid Phoenix's channel. Let's see. Even at $15 a ticket, it's only 38 people. Yeah. My view of the world is far from utopia. No, I understand that. But I mean, if you're trying to craft the utopian future, right, it's helpful if you know how the world really works. But I agree with you. My view of the world right now, far from utopian. But I'm pretty based in reality. Yep. And Gungnir is reminding us that FNT is in 14 minutes or less. What's up, Tom Servo? Who we got out there? Yeah. Pound sterling equals fancy money. It does. It's actual money. Oh, that's an interesting thing. This is a side note. We have a couple of foreign countries that are now backing their currency with gold, folks. They're actually issuing gold coins again. Who used to do that? Yeah, let's see. CultureCasino, 4 showings in French, 3 in English for my local theater. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, usually you're seeing only 4 flips a day, 4 or 3 flips. Or they might be turning different theaters for those purposes. It's just not as many as it used to be. Hey, Tina Guzman, good to see you. I keep hearing weird rings in my ear. It's because this camera is moving. Because when I move... Oh, wait, it stopped doing it. Huh, maybe that was what that was. Anyway, it's crazy. Hey, Scapegoat, thank you for that. Yeah, I hit 4K. I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm almost a YouTuber. Almost a YouTuber. All right. Let's see what else. My local is running 4. None of the films they're showing are worth $1 out of my wallet. There you go. There you go. Yeah, it's 4 flips a day. Yeah. Let's see. That's about the turnover. Restaurants are happy to get 4 turnovers in their dinner service. If they start, it depends on what time they start their dinner service, but that's thrilled. Usually, you ask anybody who used to wait, they will tell you about turning tables. So I want to talk about something happy. You guys want to talk about something happy? Let's talk about something happy. You ready? All right. One of my favorite things to come out of a commercial that became a television show going back into the 80s. Maybe some of you are old enough to remember this. There was a character played by Matt Frewer, right? If you watched the Philip Dick's series on Netflix, Altered Carbon, you got to meet him towards the end of that show. Anyway, he's a great actor, but there was a commercial that was advertising a product. I don't know if any of you remember, but it was called Max Headroom, played by Matt Frewer. Max Headroom's coming back. There's a series completely rebooted with Matt Frewer in the works at AMC Networks. Christopher Cantwell and Elijah Wood's Spectre Vision is going to be doing this. I like the fact that Elijah Wood's involved in production now. I just hope this is good. This is going to be great. A lot of you'd already guessed it. Max Headroom. Max Headroom. Yeah, there was a TV commercial in the UK before the TV movie before the commercials. Yeah, I know, but this is fantastic. Pretty excited. Snow shoots a super chat. Says, been watching the whole show and not one booty break. Well, I'm sorry, Snow, but it's good to see you, brother. I miss you. Gonna hang out with some cotton here in the near future. I have a whole printing run I have to do to work on that project I'm working on. So, I gotta find some time to set up the 3D printer and balance the table again. But I love this show. If you guys have seen it, I grew up with it. It did have a brief show. It was an 80s pop culture mainstay. It's going to be making its comeback. Going to be reprising the role. It's the world's first artificial intelligence TV personality. It's coming from the guy that did *Halt and Catch Fire*, which I thought the first 2 seasons of were brilliant. Yeah, man, I enjoyed that show. That's also what got us the female Terminator chick, was that show, actually, *Halt and Catch Fire*. But anyway, known for biting commentary, quick wit, and manic glitching, the supposedly computer-generated TV host played by Frewer was first introduced in the 1985 British cyberpunk TV movie Max Headroom, 20 minutes into the future. He became an instant pop culture phenom and went on to host a music video show, star in ads for New Coke, appear on the cover of Newsweek, and headline his own primetime series, which I enjoyed. It was very short-lived. It went for 2 seasons from 87 to 88. You can still find it out there in the world. At that point, the character's massive popularity started to wane, but he has also remained a cult favorite with frequent pop culture references. BoJack Horseman, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there you go. And I guess it made a Selena Gomez appearance. I don't know. In one of her songs, but it's pretty exciting. I hope it does well. I'm not sure any of you would be interested in it, but I'm a freak for Max Headroom. I really loved it. I don't know. I like that idea, yeah, very stuttering. Yes, The Art of Noise with Max Headroom. That's right. Paranomia. Yeah. Yeah. CC action figure. I believe there might be one at some point, folks. Yeah. Yeah, Max Headroom was the same time they had Splitting Image 2. Oh yeah, dude. I love looking for stuff like this, right? The things, there are things that if they do it right will be good. There are things if they do it wrong will be bad. And that's the world that we live in. So, but I like to dig out the good stuff because there might be some here and there. Yeah, I know. I've got that Paranomia song in my head every time it is. That's what was the cool thing about Art of Noise, right? Art of Noise made like songs that would just stick in your head forever. Name somebody else from that same era making similar music. There's a lot of people there. There was an ad on Channel 4 years ago that showed an elderly Max Headroom. Well, if you, like I said, if you've watched Altered Carbon, he makes an appearance. He kind of looks, I mean, Matt Frewer does look exactly like Max Headroom for a reason. So it's very cool. What's up, Thomas? Good to see you. It's the Gilkman. What's up, Gilkman? Booty breaks are just a needed cornerstone of any show, in my opinion. Well, I try to keep this somewhat family friendly. There's room for an Alf reboot. Then there's plenty of room for an Alf reboot. I think Snortopoopas is here and has said hi, and I missed it. Funny how Max Headroom was a human imitating a robot, and it was great. Yet now we have constant CGI vomit in movies trying to look human, and it sucks. I agree with you, Rory. Well said. Yeah, if it's good, yes, that's right, Morgan King. If it's good, but look, Matt Frewer is Matt Frewer. I mean, if he just does him, he did him in Altered Carbon. It was really good. Yeah, Red Dwarf. Yeah. Crichton always reminded me of Max Headroom. There you go. Didn't G.R.R. Martin start off on Max Headroom? I don't know. I do know this, that he wasn't able to go to the premiere for House of the Dragon because he got the coof. So that way. Common nerd. I think Mexican Iron Man would love an Elf reboot. I think we can do that. We're working on some shows, folks. The Cotton Connection is working on some stuff. They've got great things in the hopper. I'm running commercials. Like I ran Floral from Under a Rock's commercial for Shank Crate the other day. I'm gonna do that. Like if for as many commercials as they kick out a Cotton Connection in promotion of their stuff, I'm gonna run them as trailers on my channel if they gave me permission, because it's awesome. Dr. Dragon says, so CC, I will be out Sunday going to Halloween Summer Convention where they display Halloween props, so I might miss SCR, but we'll be watching the late night show. Excellent. And enjoy that. Do enjoy that. It'll be a lot of fun. I'm always jealous when people get to see stuff like that. Yeah, Matt Frewer was in an episode of TNG. That's right, Darren. Good memory. Tom Headroom. Yeah, Tom would be great as Max Headroom. It's true. There is a good short documentary on YouTube about Max Headroom called The Most Misunderstood Joke on TV, about 40 minutes long. Thank you, Brahma. Brahma Bowl's another channel you should check out. Yeah. Yeah, Matt Frewer was great on Eureka. You guys are just bringing up awesome stuff. You guys are incredible. Can I ask a question? Do you think we can force Tom to create the Midnight Snacks channel? Midnight Snacks channel. Do you think we can make him do that? Midnight Snacks. You think we can? I think we can. We can like twist his arm, get the Midnight Snacks. You just got the series of Sequest on Blu-ray. I'd love to see a reboot of that. I would love to see a reboot of Sequest. It'd be incredible. Olaf. No, I did not say that. Wow. I did not. And if I did, I'm sorry. Woo! Midnight Snacks. Midnight Snacks is inevitable. Okay. All right. I think so. Midnight Snacks after dark. There you go. Hey, Dega, good to see you, brother. Another person writing things. Check out Adega's books. Yeah. Yeah, Sequest is great. I don't know why we don't do... Can you imagine all the campy, wonderful stuff like Johnny Quest and things like that we could do now and do it well in live action? I mean, you could have, so much stuff. So much great stuff. And clipped. Thanks, Six. I love you. Forbidden Rune says, Culture, I think, in pure opinion, to do Midnight Snacks, he would need to do regional snacks. I agree. Can somebody swat that bot, please, if you didn't already? Thank you very much, Lord Thoth. You are a scholar and a gentleman. Let's see. Someone said sex, and the bots appear. Hey, it wasn't me. I'd rather see a reboot of Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. Well, 20,000 Leagues is coming, kids. I'm not sure you're going to be excited for that. Well, that's what the snacks are, right? Says 16-bit mascot. Because you're too old and tired for regular. Oh, I love all of you people. You're crazy. Sci-Fi TV for me says that there's an excellent stop motion fan remake of the Johnny Quest tile sequence out of the wild. I love that. Right? Think about all the really cool stuff we could have if we could just do it. Right? You know what else entered the public domain? Burroughs stuff. Edgar Rice Burroughs stuff has entered the public domain. Disney did a very terrible version of John Carter, right? John Carter of Mars. I would love to redo that. I could do the whole series of books and do it like quality, right? Wouldn't be that hard. Mostly practical effects, including the actual Martians themselves, right? You know, I would definitely find the appropriate skin tone for Deja Thoris, the Princess of Mars. Everything he wanted to be was in the illustrations in the books. You already know what these characters are supposed to look and feel like. Oh, Thunderduck asks, maybe I missed it, but why is Tom no longer on FNT? That's a question for Tom. I imagine that he could be on there again in the future. I don't. I'm. That is not my question to answer, my friend. Yeah. Princess of Mars, one of the best books. Woo. Yeah. See, all of these are in the public domain, right? Tarzan, John Connor, and I cannot say that anymore. Pelic. I can't say it. Pellucidar. That John Carter movie broke everybody's heart who knew anything about the property. Would be really easy to do, by the way. Really. All practical effects could be done very easily. Well, guys, we got to dip out because FNT is going to start soonish. And I say it that way on purpose. Thank you all for being here. You guys were incredible. I don't know what else to say. You guys are incredible. I appreciate your support every single day. For those of you who have not members, please, subscribers, please consider subscription. Hit the like button, please. Share the stream out when you find one you want to check out. Got a lot of great stuff coming out in the future. I've got a bunch of videos that I put together that Grant didn't get to edit, so I will have more videos next week maybe than we normally do. We normally shoot about 4 a week, and then of course obviously the 9 live streams I do here on this channel, which includes this one. Those of you out there, you will never know how much I appreciate you. Those of you in the live stream especially, but those of you watching on the replay, thank you. You got a lot of choices on YouTube, and to get 150 of you at times on this channel for this stream, I appreciate. And we see more of you on the late night Sunday stream, which I really do appreciate. I know that's morning for some people, but let me just say this, as I always do in the stream, that way, and say, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And until next time, bye.
In about 1 minute. Thank you.
And before we punch up the credits, thank you, Manowar665, the neighbor of the beast, for $6.65. Believe me, I'll make sure that you stay well hydrated, sir, when we get to Vegas. Can't wait to see you and your wife. And Eric Winberg, thank you for the Shiba Inu sticker. Y'all are the best. Here's the credits, folks.